Yesterday, I made a video about trusting your timing. And I think what's, really important about trusting your timing is recognizing that when you're on the come up, that is going to be the most satisfying part of your journey. When you're once you've made it, there are still things to pursue, right? There's always more. There's always more that you're going to want. But the amount of impact that it's going to have on your day-to-day life is going to be more minimal as you progress, right? It's an exponential curve in terms of quality of life, right? Once you get past a certain point, it just becomes, having more houses, more cars, building more businesses. That stuff is not going to change your life as much as it will from getting from being where you are now to being to having that significant wealth. That gap is a significantly larger gap, and the progression from where you are now to this point where it's like you have, getting rich essentially. The process of getting rich is going to feel so much better and be so much more fulfilling than once you're rich, getting richer. I think, I haven't experienced it yet, but just logically, I feel like it has such a greater impact on your life going from a place of not having everything you could ever want to having everything you could ever want. And I really, I have a hard time keeping that perspective. I focus very heavily on getting to this point, and I really it drives me crazy that I'm not there yet. A lot of the time, I constantly think about it. I constantly think about how I'm going to get there. I constantly think about the things that I want to accomplish, and it's like such a intrinsic, just deep drive to accomplish that. But I got to take a step back sometimes and realize that what I'm going through right now, this come up, is going to feel so much better. This is the part that's going to be the most fulfilling. This is the part, I should be appreciating this more. And I feel like sometimes the little milestones that I'm hitting along the way, I crave those milestones so badly. But then as soon as I get it feels like nothing. Some of the biggest milestones that I've accomplished, the second you actually reach them, it doesn't make you feel any differently. And you wonder why you were craving it for so long. Because once you actually have it, it's either a very temporary, increase in happiness, or it's, as there are more and more, as you hit more milestones, it's just less and less impactful. Again, I think to a certain extent because of that curve. Once you have a certain amount, the more you achieve, the less impactful it's going to be on your day-to-day life. That being said, I still have a long way to go on that curve before I feel like I've fully made it. And what I'm doing now should be so enjoyable, and you really have to take the time to really appreciate it, and not focus so heavily on the future that you're missing, not being fully present. And that's something that I struggle with quite a bit, is being present. I feel like I always have a lot on my mind. I'm always trying to juggle a million things in my head, and because of that, it's hard to really just appreciate where you're at, because you're always focused on the next thing. You're always focused on all the tasks that you have on your plate, all of the things that you have to get done that day, that week, that month. But this is the good part. This is the part that's going to be, this is the grind. This is the part that's going to be the most satisfying. The come up, not the eventual end goal. You got to enjoy the come up. And part of that is just fucking enjoying the work, like enjoying the grind. I got a long fucking way to go. All right. There's a long way to go for me, but the amount that I've achieved up till now has felt genuinely incredible. And when there's not big amounts of change for a long period of time, it feels so stagnant, but I'm still progressing in really big ways. And it's hard to recognize that sometimes when it doesn't feel tangible. But then there are things that come up that are tangible, that are very like, this is a big, big milestone. And I'm hitting it, and it just doesn't have that hit. And I feel like I'm not appreciating it enough. I'm repeating myself now, but just, I don't know. I feel like this is just like a glorified live in the moment kind of lesson here. But more than that, enjoy your fucking come up and trust your timing. Just wanted to expand on what I was trying to say yesterday. This is the good part. You know what I mean? This is the best part, probably. So just relax a little bit. Don't take your foot off the gas, but just keep a little bit of perspective and try to realize that this grind is going to feel the best. This is what you're working for right now. It is worth it, and trust that you're on the right path. Make sure you're on the right path, but just trust that as you're progressing, like, appreciate this progression. That's all. That's it. That's all I got for tonight, folks.